Okay, so let's grab that foot, and we're going to go to key, set driver key, set. Same as before, I'm going to load the driver, and we're going to be working on the toe pivot. And the toe pivot is going to be located at this left reverse foot toe tip. That's what the toe pivot is going to be linked to. So I'm going to go load driven, and this is going to be, I'm going to hit rotate here, and it's going to be driven in the Y position, so I'm going to go rotate Y. Now you'll notice it already has a constraint to Z, so X, if we look at X for a second, X could go this way too, so we could have a little swivel, and Y could be this way. So, you know, it might be beneficial to do both X and Y, although I don't think we'll need it. Okay, we'll try to stick with just Y. Okay, so I'm going to key that. Now let's take the toe pivot to 10, and we'll actually grab this and we'll rotate it where we think 10 would be. If we go in object mode, something like this is probably okay. I'm going to check out the front view. Maybe. This is where it started though. So you got to make sure that it doesn't go too far off the ground. I'm going to try that again. Maybe like this. The reason it's going off the ground is because it's disconnecting here, but it's probably okay to have because when it's low enough, it'll reattach. Alright, so I'm going to take it to -10 now. We'll just rotate this the other way. So that's pretty nice. I'm going to key that. Let's do the same for the other side now. So I'm going to load driven, that's the toe bank, and then the driver is the toe bank, the driven is the actual joint. I'm going to key that. Let's take it to +10. I'm going to rotate this out a bit. And then finally -10. And -10 is going to give us a better result. I'm just going to double check this. So this is 23, 21, and 22. I'm going to kind of cheat here again using what we learned earlier. I'm going to grab that reverse foot toe tip. I'm going to hold shift, grab the other one. Now I'm going to select the rotate and hit tab and tab. And that sort of cheated a bit there. Now I want it to go in though, that's the only thing. So I'm going to put a negative value in Y. Just on this one. And then negative in the 23. There we go. It's probably okay. Let's take a look. Not too bad. Alright, I'm going to take both these and put it back to 0. So we got the going in and out. Now this one's going a little bit further, so I'm going to try to mimic that. That's better. Okay, I'm just going to override that value because it is on +10. Okay, looks great. I'm going to 0 that out. The last one we have to do, I'm going to close it. For some reason Z went up a bit there, so I'm just going to zero that back out. Let's double check these still work. Yep. Heel pivot, looks good. Toe pivot, looks good. And yeah, so that's great. So the last thing we have to do is the bank. Same idea, only we're going to be using these two bones. So this is the inside bank. I'm going to hold shift, grab the outside bank, and key, set, driven key, set. And this one's going to be rotating. I'm going to use multiple angles because this isn't really used for anything else. So Z for sure. We could probably do X, and if we want to be careful, Y. So I'm going to grab all three of these. And now I'm going to actually grab the controller, and I'm going to go load driven, and this is going to be linked to banking. So let's key that. And the bank at +10 will have this roll out. Looks good. Key that. And at -10, this one's going to roll the other way. Actually, that looks great. So I'm going to key that. I was thinking we'd have to move in other angles too, but we don't. Okay, now I'm going to reload the other side. So I'm going to grab this one. So again, this is the inside and the outside. Grabbing both of those, key, set, driven key, set. And we're linking this to the driver of the bank. I'm going to key that. Okay, let's start with -10. All I'm going to do here is just roll this up. Key it. Now let's go +10. And I'm going to roll that out. And key that. So that's it for the controllers. We got a bank system. It looks pretty cool. Let's zero that out there too. Double check that our pull vectors work. That's great. Now the only thing we have to do last here is connect this controller. When we move it, nothing happens. So we just got to make sure that that's ready. So what I'm going to do is center the pivot to the ankle first, because when I roll this, I want the ankle to roll here. I want to have my foot roll and my pivots, but I also want to be able to roll from my ankle too. So for example, the foot roll is going to control this part, but when I roll this, I want it to be from the ankle. So it's pretty easy. I'm going to turn off the polygons. Now I'm going to grab the foot control. I'm going to hold D and V and snap it to here, to the ankle. Same with the other side, D and V, snap it to the ankle. And now when I roll this, it'll rotate around. And the last thing we have to do is parent it up. So I'm going to grab the left reverse foot inside bank, and that is currently the parent. So I'm going to grab that, hold shift, grab the left foot control, release shift and press P. Let's do the same to the other side. I'm going to select the reverse foot inside bank, hold shift, grab the controller, release shift and press P, and that parents them all up. So now, if I turn polygons back on, when I rotate this, it'll move with it. We can also roll it based on the ankle, which is really nice. We have all these swivels, right? We even have our knee control, which is really nice. And furthermore, we also have these nice foot controls. So we got foot roll, forward and back, the heel pivot, as far as you want, toe pivot, got the banking system. So it's all ready to go. So I would say at this point our feet are pretty much done. The next thing we want to work on is getting these hands to a level that are animator friendly. Right now, yes, we can animate the hands, we can move them around, we can even keyframe them, which is great, but it'd be nice to have finger controls, kind of like our foot setup. So how our foot has all these controllers, it'd be really nice to have that for the fingers. And that's what we're going to create next.